look really great. That's authentic, right? Like, you have to just get over all of that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Share your story, share your everyday story, because consistency matters. And the algorithms want to be fed. You don't want to post on Monday and then not post anything until Wednesday and then not post again until Saturday. The consistency matters. And there's some tricks to the consistency that will help you. One of the tricks is to schedule content in advance. So all of the platforms have the ability to schedule things. And what I like to do is schedule what I call anchor content. So you might schedule something that you might put it there Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so that you can have your busy days and you know it's automatically going to post for you. Maybe you spend a few minutes on the weekend putting those anchor posts into the schedule. And then you can do what I call the on the run stuff that's happening in the course of your day, the share your story type content. So now you've got consistent content happening throughout the week. And you don't sort of wake up every day thinking, oh my gosh, what am I gonna post today? And you've got consistent content happening out there, that you wanna have the consistency in the content. And here are some of my favorite tools for creating content, because you don't want to have to spend a lot of time creating content. And of course, what's my number one favorite tool? Canva, of course, our number one favorite tool. Canva has lots of great features in it to help create content. So go look at Canva and use it as your tool to create content. Everything from videos to photos to carousels, you can do it all in Canva. Canva even has a scheduling feature in it to schedule your content, and you can hook your Canva up to your social media apps. So has all kinds of great features in there for you. John talked about a video clip editor that he likes. This is the one that I like. Does anybody use Opus Clip? Yeah, I see some hands. Opus is my favorite. So you can take a long form video, put it into Opus, and Opus will clip it all up into short form for you and give it a rating. So it'll give it a rating out of 100, and it will tell you the sort of the rating of the video of sort of the best hook. It will automatically do all the captions for you, and you can do sort of light editing to it, and then post it for you. So it's super great. It uses great AI and super easy to use. Anybody use CapCut? Yeah. CapCut's a favorite. I love CapCut. Wow, one of the things I love CapCut for is that turning the phone on and just doing the on-the-run content, because CapCut has a teleprompter built right into it. So if I want to give myself some bullet points of what I want to say, I can put that into CapCut and then just turn the phone around and talk into it, but I've got my little bullet points of what I wanted to say. The other thing I love about CapCut is I can take a bunch of photos and use AutoCut, and it will create a beautiful video for me and all kinds of cool templates. So very quickly, I've got some really cool content. And then of course, all the apps themselves have all kinds of great editors inside of them. So 4 great tools to create content for you quickly. With creating content and embracing being a content creator, here's my one cautionary tale. Because some people like to delegate creating content. And I'm all for delegating, hiring teams, and doing all of those things, because you should leverage time, but don't delegate your voice. Leverage people, leverage time, leverage AI, but don't delegate your voice. Make sure that your content is staying true to you and your voice and who you are, because your clients work with you because of you. Your voice is your superpower. Your brand is your superpower. It's built around you. You never want to lose that. You're the only one of you. It's what makes each of you unique in the room. It's what builds your businesses. Do you want that superpower to always be shining through on the content you create online? Because that is the magic of your brand and of your business. So I want to share a little story because I wanted to give you a real life example of the power of creating content. And I thought that you might appreciate hearing about a story of what we experienced here at eXp. Would you guys like to hear a personal story?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to take you back to preparing last year for eXpCon in Miami. So we were getting ready for eXpCon and trying to figure out how to create the opening of eXpCon. And coming up with sort of like an opening number, what would it be like? What could, how could the plan be? And it's a big task, right, to like plan that event. And at the time, it was the summer before Miami, so summer of 2024. We were negotiating with Canva to make the big announcement, hopefully in Miami, that we would be bringing Canva to all of you. So I had the opportunity to go to Canva's event called Canva Create. And I went all by myself, and I was sitting in the audience at Canva Create, and Canva started their event. And this is their sort of big conference. And I'm sitting there in the audience, and this started happening that you see the photo of. And there was dancing, and there was singing, and there was confetti, and there was lights. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm like at the Grammys. And I was like, this is like kind of cool. And I had no idea what was going on. Like I thought I was just going to like Canva thing. I was going for like business meetings. I was like negotiating. I was like, I had no idea. But like the more it went on, I was like, this is amazing. I was like, we should do something like this at eXpCon. Like, how cool. And then all of a sudden, the music stops. And this lady walks out in this suit. It's the lady that you see in the middle there. And she says, hi, I'm Melanie Perkins. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Canva. And I just about fell out of my chair. And the gentleman next to her in the maroon suit coat, he's the co-founder. And every person you see on the stage is a member of the leadership team of Canva. And I start messaging the marketing team, some of which are here. And I'm like, I have an idea. Here's what we should do in Miami. We should do an opening number. We should dance and we should sing and we should do something really cool that's unexpected because we want to set the stage. We want to take everybody by surprise. We're going to be eXp 2.0. Let's do this. And I could like Nora and Mindy and the whole team, Sarah, they're like, well, I don't know what Wendy's doing, but whatever. Like, so they get the video and they watch it. We have this whole sort of thing and we have this whole kind of idea. And then like I'm marinating on this and we have an agent in California in the US who last summer, there was a really popular song. Some of you, like it was probably popular all over the world, I think. It was a little ditty by Kendrick Lamar called Not Like Us. And we have an agent, his name is Steven Diaz. And Steven has built his brand around taking popular songs and then writing parodies about them. And he writes about his real estate business and what he's doing in real estate. And he took this song, Not Like Us, and he wrote a song about eXp. And in this song about eXp, he said, eXp has changed the real estate industry. eXp has disrupted the industry. At eXp, we took a business model that people said would never work, and it has worked. eXp, they said that you needed to have bricks and mortar offices, but we don't have them. We're virtual, and it works. And they said it would never work, and it has. They said that at eXp, we'd never survive, and we've built a global company. They said at eXp we'd never survive, and we're the #1 in transactions in the US, and now in the UK, and now in so many more countries to come. And at eXp they said we'd never do so many things, and we've proved them all wrong. And now, oh no, wait, I'm not done. And now any other brokerage model that starts anywhere in the world
looks like our brokerage model because we've proved them wrong. And they're not like us. Now you can clap. Now you can clap. So I said, we need Steven to come open up eXpCon. So I called him up and he agreed to come open up eXpCon. It was awesome, it was awesome. So I said to the production team, I want Steven to come do his rap and open up eXpCon, and we'll have all of the leadership team on the stage do the song with him. And they said, no, we can't make that work. So I said, okay, well, we'll have like Glenn and Leo like do the song with them. And they said, well, we can't do the whole thing. So we ended up compromising, and this is what it looked like at the end, with Steven the Rappin' Realtor, Glenn Sanford, founder and CEO of eXp World Holdings, and Leo Perea, our CEO, and myself on stage. You guys like to see how we got there? All right, let's give it lots of volume back there. Here's how we got there.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
Instagram account, and within hours had gone viral. Now I can tell you, when Leo, Glenn, and I were backstage and that air wall was about to open, we had butterflies in our bellies. And we knew it was a little bit ridiculous to think of the three of us. We're gonna walk out there on stage in front of thousands of you and rap to They Not Like Us. But we also knew that those of you who were in the audience, and how many of you were in the audience? Yes. Those of you that were in the audience would know the context of the moment, that you would understand what we were saying. And what we were saying is we were putting the stake in the ground that eXp 2.0 was beginning, that we were just beginning the next phase of growth of this company, and that we were on a mission to the next level of vision of where we were going. And what is happening here today, you're seeing the extension of that. So that little video, that little clip did go viral. Now, as a marketer who believes in content creation, you always want to have a viral video, right? That's super fun. You never think you're going to be in it, right? So it was a little bit of an awkward moment. The video continues, this is just on Instagram, continues to rack up the views. And it's super interesting experience to have something like this happen. The video, we say in the US, we have a phrase called jump the shark, which means that things happened where the video then started to get made fun of and went viral several more times again. But that's okay, because we knew the context, as I mentioned, right? We made it for all of you who knew the context of it. So we learned many lessons. And the reason I wanted to share the story is because as content creators, which now you all are, I want you to take the lessons away. Because here's what we learned, and I think they were great lessons for all of us as we think of creating content out in the world, is that you need to think about your own audience when you create content. It doesn't matter if everyone doesn't like your content. It doesn't matter if everyone doesn't get your content. Make content for your audience. That's your test, does my audience like this? Anyone else, it doesn't matter. Any negative comments, they don't matter. Make content for your audience. That's how you build your market share. That's how you build your mind share. The rest of it, you need to let it go. Because you're gonna get the wonderful moments. And this is one of the wonderful moments. These are the agents of children of one of our agents, who dressed up like us for Halloween and did their own version. Which, anytime I think of a negative thing, I think of this, right? Like, that is wonderful. So you need to think of those. Here's the next lesson when you think of being a content